My feet are in the sun." Katie Fay released July's hair and made space for her to shuffle backwards. For the past few weeks, July had been racing out into the playground straight after lunch to secure their place next to the wall in a coveted strip of shade, which diminished as the afternoon bell drew nearer. "This heat is deafening," Yaya had said last night on the phone when she called to wish July a happy birthday eve. "Don't you think?" July had nodded into the mouthpiece while her lips circled around a question. She had no idea what her grandmother meant, but that was not unusual. And whether or not it was deafening, this heat certainly was something. Relentless, exhausting, suffocating. It was the kind of heat that would cause blood to boil in the weeks that followed, the kind of heat that would convert irritation to rage and sadness to madness. But most of the other kids didn't seem to notice its weight pinning them down, especially not the likes of Year 5's self-designated queens, Sylvie and Helen, who grew more tanned and blonde with every day that carried them closer to the end of term. "Who are they playing now?" Katie Fay put her hand over her eyes as she squinted into the sun. "I can't see." Sylvie and Helen were crouching on the other side of the playground, where a steady stream of other children had been taking them on at pogs. "You're kidding," July said, standing to get a better view. "It's Darren Emerson." Darren had stacked his collection of bottle-top-sized cardboard discs in front of Helen, who was preparing to attack his carefully arranged tower with her metal slammer. "Have you seen the way she throws it down?" Katie Fay imitated the motion with a flick of her wrist. "Maybe that's why she wins so many." July lifted her baseball cap and wiped the sweat from her forehead. "Helen wins so many because she cheats. You realise you're only meant to keep the ones you flip over?" "That's not how she plays it. She takes an extra 3. "Exactly. Those aren't the rules." "But she has the special 3 slammer, so she can have—" "Oh." Katie Fay stood up too. "She made that up?" "Why is he playing them again?" July asked. Last week, Helen had cheated Darren out of his entire collection. "He must have bought some more. What a wally." "He'll be okay. Mr. Silk's keeping an eye on them." July scanned the playground. Sure enough, there was the Year 4 teacher, who was known for doling out the harshest punishments in the whole school, twisting his bow tie as he leaned against the main door. He was closely following the unfolding Pogs battle. July looked from Mr. Silk to her classmates and back again. Sylvie and Helen were about to get into major trouble. "I can't let her do this." She lifted the hem of her dress and tucked it into her knickers, exposing the backs of her pale and freckled thighs, embossed with the imprint of tarmac. "Here we go again," Katie Fay said, leaning back against the warm bricks of the school building as July stretched her arms above her head to limber up and twisted her pink baseball cap so that it was facing backwards. She stepped out from the shade and marched across the playground. July possessed 18 facts about her mother. They were all she had been able to glean in her 10 years, mostly from her grandpa Tony, because her father found it unbearably painful to talk about his late wife. These facts were a precious collection of ribbons, scraps of thread and shreds of cotton, the odd button and a sequin, each torn from the patchwork quilt of actions and wishes and feelings that, sewn together over a lifetime, had made up her mother. They fitted neatly onto one side of A5, the list of Mum, which she kept folded and hidden in her pants drawer. Her father would never go in there. Number 7 was, Maggie Hooper loved to dance. The passion was hereditary. As July made her way across the playground, she began to twist her hands above her head, lunged to one side, and launched.